Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.
Hello, Gene and Willie. How are you doing? This is coming to you. I wish it was live, but it's not. But it's almost live because you're going to see this today. I'm going to upload it. I got up early, slept under the coffee table, as you remember. I went to sleep there. Got up early. I don't know. I think it was 3 or 4 o'clock. I don't have any idea, but I got home really early. It was still dark. And so I started thinking about the situation there that you're dealing with. And you know, I'm not a doctor, so for all of those watching this, please consult your doctor, always. Doctors are always right. Exactly, right? I'm just kidding. I mean, this is obviously a disclaimer. And if you're wondering, yes, I'm having a bad hair day. So I just decided to go with the flow. Now I have an assistant here, Kimberly. Come here, Kimberly. You can stand on this side, maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe you can switch later, but we're dealing with ginger. Now, ginger is, cayenne and ginger together are known to be the dynamic duo. It's like the most incredible stimulant of the circulation and the lymphatic system. It's good for the heart. But in this case, we're using it as an anti-nausea because, quite frankly, the stuff that you're going to be drinking or that you will be drinking, and I'll give you the instructions on how I would drink it and how others would drink it, just to say it properly, it's not always that tasty to people, and you want to vomit. So this is really good for keeping it down, okay? So what we're going to do, you're supposed to start out with 1 piece of garlic, the size of your thumb. Use your thumb as a good gauge. Use your thumb, and these are kind of small garlic, but you know, a little thumb, let's see your thumb. Yeah, it's about the size of your thumb. So I'm going to do 2. You start out with 1, go, next day do 2, next day 3, 3rd day, 4th day 4, 5th day 5. You try to stay at 5 for 30 days for a severe. Even in 5 days or a week, you're going to have drastic changes in your life. But for this particular mix that I'm going to do, I'm going to go with 1 and 2 pieces of garlic. And now it's dropped. Let's rinse it for the children watching. Always want to rinse your food. And by the way...
So you go up to 30 pieces of garlic in 30 days?
No. You go up to 5. Stay at 5. Thank you. That's really important for her to be here. And obviously for the kids, that's why my hair is this way, to keep their attention. Okay, so here's the garlic as it comes out of the ground. You're going to take the peeling, obviously, off of it here. And I hope that everything is fine there with our studio staff back in the back. Is everything okay, guys? Thank you very much. Okay, so the second ingredient is going to be oranges. Oranges is the second ingredient. And then we're going to have, so we got ginger, comes like this right out of the ground. Okay, and then what I tell people is put the same amount of ginger as there is garlic. So we have garlic like this, then we have ginger, which is about the same size. Okay, so the same. Now, do you have to take the peeling off the ginger? If you don't have a good blender, yes, but we have the mighty Vitamix over here. So there's not going to be a problem with blending up. Yes, thank you. That's the only reason why you might want to change sides from time to time so they can see me when I blend. Okay, so I'm going to set the garlic aside. We've got the garlic and the ginger here. Then we have oranges. Now I just used one of these. I just juiced it like this. And all I did was pour it in here, and I've got a cup already done. In this particular, we're going to call this a liver flush. You're going to use 1 cup of orange juice. I'm pretty liberal with the size here. This is a large cup. I think it's probably more than a normal cup, but I like this cup. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take olive oil, but it has to be extra virgin. Okay? This is I believe a local farm. It's organic. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a tablespoon, which is right here. Not a teaspoon, a tablespoon. Okay? So I'm going to get the blender over here. I'm going to put the ginger in. Thank you very much. Ginger, 2 gingers, 1 garlic, 2 garlic.
Did you make cayenne also?
No, because this is a flush for the liver, but that might be good for something. And you know, if you had bleeding in your stomach or intestines, Cayenne stops and helps stop bleeding, so internal bleeding. So we're going to put this in here. Then what you're going to want is a cup of pure fresh water. I suggest distilled water. It's the purest, it's the most empty, and it's the cleanest. Okay, so your distilled water, you're going to put a cup in here like this. And just for the sake of my viewers, I just want to take a little bit of a moment here to address a situation that's going on in our house. So I'm not angry, I'm not upset at anyone, I just want to pause here for a moment, guys. So just keep watching, don't get distracted. Richard, I'm doing a live, a videotaping right now. A minute ago I was asking if the door could be shut and watched so no one could come in. And you're banging around making noise at the stove. Rolf came in, and so this is now on video. It will go to the world. But I would like it if you would be at least quiet. Could you do that for me?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Okay, carrying on now with the program. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. So the liver's job is to, you might actually want to watch this program live here. It's very, very interesting how the body responds to these simple ingredients. Extra virgin olive oil comes straight from the olive, and we have some fresh olives here. I'm going to show you. We just cured. These are fresh off the tree. Very, very healthy. Now, I don't recommend olive oil or any kind of oil on a regular basis to be put into your diet necessarily, because it's fat. It's 100% fat. It's a healthy fat. It's not a bad fat, but your body can only handle so much. If you eat the olives like this, the oil is in the olives, then your stomach can't fit as much. But when you concentrate it, typically people get too much oil. However, if you're doing a program like a liver flush, what happens is the liver's job, let's ask him really, what's the liver's job? We know the heart's job is to pump
As a
the
detox,
blood.
or as to
Right? Detox, filter, clean.
Filter.
That's the same thing. It is to filter the blood. The blood circulates with the pump, the heart, and the liver is right here. And inside the liver is the gallbladder, if you have one, unless it's been removed. And the liver's job is to filter the blood. So a person that has had a possible stroke, sometimes people have a stroke and it affects one or the other side of their body. They experience some paralysis. Different types of stroke. One is leaking or bleeding of small, very, very small, I should say, blood passageways in the brain, and they can open up, can burst, and they can spill. That can be absorbed into the brain again. And if Dr. George Malcolmus had an experience where he was totally healed naturally, just without ever going to the doctor, and they said he was going to die if he didn't have immediate brain surgery. It's just a decision each person has to make when they have a stroke. But typically the strokes that people are used to is a little piece of debris, something in the blood that gets in and breaks loose in the brain and creates a blockage, and so it creates a short in the brain, which is a control center of the body. And when you start to have that happening, if you're someone that takes blood thinners or someone that takes blood pressure medication, see, the arteries are a certain size and the blood is being pumped through. When they start being restricted with plaque, which comes from whether it's good or bad oils or different substances within our diet, it gets smaller, and then the pump is still pumping at the same pressure, and so because it's smaller, it creates a higher pressure. You can do that with water, anything that's going through a passageway. If you're pumping it and you restrict it, gets smaller passageway, the pressure automatically goes up, okay? And then little pieces can slough off. The endothelial cells are the most important aspect of the artery that you need to keep those exposed and bare. And when they start to get coated, then you start getting into problems, okay? So this particular program, I should say, this particular recipe, ingredients, is if taken in a specific way, in a program it is known to completely clear out the blood. But it's not this that's clearing the blood, it's actually the liver. This is just pushing the liver and making the liver do its job. Okay? There's one other ingredient we don't want to forget. Get a knife here. And this is important. Citrus, the oil in the skin, is detoxifying. Plus, it's used as a insecticide. They spray it as a cleaning agent, killing germs and stuff like that. So I take a piece of it and put it in here. Have you ever eaten orange peel? You notice how it's very, very strong in the mouth,
Yes.
and it's very detoxifying to the liver. It can stimulate the liver and jumpstart the liver. So with the olive oil, that's an oil that's in here. If you go like this and squeeze it, the little skin pops oil and gets in your eyes and burns really bad. Semi-toxic, but it's natural. It's organic. It's coming from the earth. It's not a chemical. So we're going to just put that in there. So we have all of our ingredients now. We have the orange juice, a cup with water. We have the garlic. We have the ginger and the extra virgin olive oil. So what we're going to do is we're going to blend this up really quick here. Just give me a second. Now the reason I let this blend a little bit longer is because the fibers in the ginger, it's nice to have those completely just disappear.
Now, if that's too strong for somebody, could they add honey to it?
You do not want to add any honey. That's a very good question. I appreciate you asking questions. So this is the tendency or the danger is with this oil and going up to 5 tablespoons and whatnot on an empty stomach. If you have water prior and you just drink water and then do this, it'll create a problem. You'll vomit. Basically your body's either going to try to digest it or it's going to say reject it. This is crazy, and it'll reject it. You want your body to reject this, but not to vomit. You want it to reject it through going right through you.
Oh, okay.
So the liver is going to be pushed to create bile. It's going to try to push this through. It's going to say, oh, there's too much oil. It's just not. We're not going to process this in a long fashion. We're going to get rid of it. I'm trying to speak in layman's terms or kids' terms. So you're asking about honey. Honey will help start the digestion process. You don't want to do that. This is formulated by Dr. John Christopher, famous, well-known naturopath, and then Dr. Richard Schultz, well-known expert in the world of natural healing, and for a lot of allopath doctors watching this, if you're watching this, okay, I know you don't agree with him, whatever, but a lot of medical doctors are now using this. Talk to Dr. Esselstyn, okay, or Dr. John McDougall, or talk to some of those, or T. Colin Campbell, or Dr. Dean Ornish, or some of those guys. This is a well-known liver flush program. So you don't want to eat breakfast. You want only this. Drink water early morning, like say 5 or 6 o'clock, and do this at 7 or 8. Okay? That's what you want to do. So I like the old mason jars. They're really nice because you'll find that it easily holds this whole thing. And the important thing is, now what I did here, I was trying to show you something. Here I'm going to do it again. Or maybe I could do it like this. Let's do it this way. Basically, what I was going to show you, because it's bigger, is you can put it through a strainer to make sure that some of the fibers from the ginger out, and it goes in much nicer. Okay, so there is a little bit of debris there, just a little bit of fiber. You're going to put this back in here, like this. And now, obviously you've eaten, and this isn't a liver flush you're doing right now, and I'm not going to do it. I'm going to save this for later. I wish I could give it to you, Gene. Here you go. I'm here, you're there. Hope you enjoy this video. and Izzy, hello Isabella, and Heath, and everyone else there.
Actually, I haven't eaten yet. I'm cooking.
But
the mung beans.
what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take a sample. 'Cause there's no
Okay.
reason. You see what's in here, you
Right.
know. Let's just sample some. You can use that cup. And oh, hey, what about you, Richard? Would you like to sample some? What about you, Rolf? What we're just doing is just sampling a little bit in the cup.
Thank you.
Okay. Rolf, would you like some? Come here. Come on
That's
over.
good.
Okay.
You know, I was telling the lady,
Come
come on, Rolf. I was telling Julie about this.
Come on.
Hope he doesn't trip on that camera. Okay. And she said, oh, that's not going to taste good. Many people said, oh, it's going to taste horrible. Come on over here.
Course.
You drink this and you tell me what you think. So what do you think? It doesn't taste
like
bad, does it?
Good.
Delicious. What about you, Richard? You want to try any?
Excellent. Excellent.
That's very good. I like that.
Ah.
Try it all. Drink it
Yeah.
all.
Mm-hmm.
So you could add the cayenne or no?
You could put a little cayenne in there if you want to. Cayenne is going to increase circulation in the stomach. You got to think it through. If you have ulcers, if you have bleeding, Crohn's, anything like that, it would be very helpful. No, I mean it's not going to cause a problem.
Oh,
It's
okay.
going to be helpful. It's going to be good. Cayenne. What's interesting is black pepper and mustard are two things, and maybe even wasabi, that irritate the stomach. Cayenne is hot, but if you have a 3rd, 4th degree burn on the body, put cayenne pepper, the pain goes away.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it seems like it'd be the opposite because hot cayenne on an open sore burn is going to burn. Put it on there. Try it next time you have a burn.
Oh, okay.
Just try that. People even put raw honey on burns. Aloe vera is the most well-known natural plant for burns, but cayenne takes away pain, it stops bleeding, and it's a healing agent because it increases circulation, but it also increases circulation in the right direction. So if you have blood coming out, it's not going to increase that blood flow coming out. It actually starts to close it and push the blood back.
Very nice.
So it's, if, talking about cayenne, if I were to be lost in a jungle or somewhere in the world with only one herb, it would be cayenne. That would be the #1 herb, because disease is a result of blocking something. We say blocking the lymphatic, blocking the blood, blocking channels of elimination, and as Christians we say blocking God out of your life. If you don't believe in creation or creator and you're blocking that flow of love that comes from the creator, it's going to create disease and sickness. Cayenne moves the lymph, it moves the blood, it moves the intestine. It's a it's the #1.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you, Tasha, enjoy this, and it'll be labeled right. I will tag it Tasha Kerner, and I will tag this under, I don't know Willie and Jean's last name, but I will definitely tag this under Liver Flush, Steve Jenkins, Kalapa. Thank you very much for watching, and God bless. Did you like that? Pretty
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Okay, so this is what it looks like.
Sure.
And we have the garlic, the ginger. Here's the garlic. Here's the ginger, the strainer, the orange juice. Okay, so I'm going to upload this right away. And then this is what I'm going to be eating myself for my main meal. It's right here, organic green vegetables. That's it. That'll be my main meal. And I would recommend that to anybody. And I'm going to juice some of this up here.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.